Smooth air and beautiful city lights. Flying at night in Colorado is one of my favorite things in life. Tonight, I'm working on maintaining my instrument rating by flying some approaches into Denver's Front Range Airport. The skies are clear and the visibility is really good, which is usually a great thing. However, tonight, that means that I'll have to wear a view limiting device, or we call them foggles, in order for my approaches to count in my logbook. Luckily, my pilot friend Alyssa agreed to help me by acting as my safety pilot in the right seat. Her job will be to look out for us while we're flying. I'll try to just let you watch the entire flight without too many interruptions. However, one thing I'll point out ahead of time is that after watching this video myself, I found out that I'm a big-time chatterbox. It's one of the many things I'm working on as I improve my piloting skills, so please forgive me for that. We're about to start the engine, so enjoy this approach into Front Range's runway 35 using their Instrument Landing System, or ILS. Let's go!
And from here, I'm going to switch to my paper checklist. I got you. Kind of quiet. I wonder if it's me.
I think it might be my headset, because I can't hear my, well, actually I can, never mind.
Yeah, okay.
It feels like I sound a little weird.
Well, am I okay with you?
Yeah, you're fine.
Alright, cool. And you can get me, if you don't mind, if you want to run that stuff for me, that'll be fine.
Yeah, I just don't really know how to do it.
Let's press enter, so just hit enter for me. That's just our terrain check, because it doesn't expire until the 3rd of March, which is perfect. Let me lock the orientation on this.
Your pen?
Thank you very much, miss. 28.6. Let's hope they can still give me my clearance, because I'm probably calling a little late here on it. So COM 2, COM 1. COM 2, just want to listen to COM 1 and 2, turn off COM 1 and 2, you get the point. And the flip-flops here, and the COM control is here, the nav control is here.
Okay, and then to change screens?
Oh, emergency, I can go like that, and then now everything's double.
Okay.
But, you know, you want it two separate things like that. I mean, who goes pushing red buttons in airplanes, right? Oh, man. Denver clearance, Scout 22265, still have it ready to copy.
Scout 22265 calling.
Roger, this is 22265, sorry, a little late here, but if you still have our clearance, I'm ready to copy.
Yeah, I think it timed out, but I'll put another one back in for you. Where were you guys going?
Oh, no problem. Multiple approaches. We're just going to fly over to Front Range Airport, approach in twice there, and then just back to Centennial Airport.
265, Roger. I'll have a clearance for you in just a minute. You ready to taxi?
Roger, you know what? We'll pull over to the run-up area, and you can just call us when we're on our way.
Okay, for those of you who might have just missed what happened, some air traffic control flavored awesome sauce just totally went down. I ended up taking a little longer than expected to get the plane pre-flighted and started, so my IFR flight plan expired. Thankfully, the tower controller at Centennial Airport, which is where we're taking off from, is super cool, and they filed another flight plan for me. For being one of the busiest general aviation airports in the country, I totally give a shout out to the ATC staff here for being so helpful when they can.
There's all the other pilot stuff.
Right now, we're taxiing to the run-up area. Alyssa and I are reviewing safety procedures for the flight. Alyssa got her private pilot's license this year, so all the latest rules and safety procedures are much fresher in her head than in mine. I'm letting her know that I'm completely okay with her taking over control while I'm under the foggles if she sees something that isn't going well, meaning safe.
Alright. Where's our windsock? There ain't no wind out here. That turbulence went away. 22265, ready to copy.
Number 22265, cleared to Front Range via Denver 8 departure. That'll be radar vectors. Maintain 8,000. Denver departures on 128.45. And squawk 5112.
Okay, Skyhawk 22265, clear Front Range Airport, Denver, departure vectors, and then 8,000, 128.45, squawk 5112, Skyhawk 22265.
Skyhawk 22265, read back correct.
Again, I'm going to try to, single pilot this, but, again, if you see me, nose down, stupid nose down, or, holy crap, when I shouldn't be,
Number 265, a question for you when you get a chance.
Yeah, go for 265.
Do you want me to change to 35 so you guys can do the ILS here, or you don't have to go over there unless you need to?
Oh, I wanted to try it out. I'm going to do the 35 and then ask for the 26 over there, and then come back and do the Esbel approach for 28.
Okay, no problem. I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, you rock though. Thanks a lot for the offer, 265.
Yeah, no problem.
That's nice. I mean, he was gonna change the whole offer just for us. That's midnight for you, right? He's like, I got shit to do. Okay, 50, we have no right access on flight. We'll go to 1800. I'm gonna go ahead and hold your brakes too, in case mine.
Here's the run-up portion of the flight. The run-up is where we check our engine and subsequently our instruments to make sure that they're working correctly by putting them through some hard work. I'm fast-forwarding through it because it easily takes me a boring 10 minutes to get it set up for an IFR flight. I'm sure the majority of IFR pilots out there are much faster than I, but I'm a weekend warrior pilot. I like to go through everything methodically to make sure that I don't miss
Heavy
anything.
clearance, jet, stand by. I'll be right back with you.
Eagle Bay 24.
Alright, feeling good? Alright, cool. Sanity checks, anything dangerous you can think of? Anything I'm doing stupid here?
No, you're good.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna bring that down just a little bit. And, okay, and then taxi takeoff, clearly we have a hot spot right over there because of that, and we have 10,000 feet of runway, that's plenty of runway for us. If we have an emergency on the runway, we'll stop with the remaining runway. If we have 500 feet, we'll try to stop to the street.
Okay, thanks.
If we have more than 500 feet to 1,000 feet, we'll go ahead and try to maybe make a taxiway or maybe try to land a little bit left or right, maybe even E470, not a bad idea. And then if we have 1,000 feet, we can go ahead and try to make maybe, try to make 2.8 over here.
You probably just told me that. What did you say?
That's our emergency procedure for us.
24, I'm sorry.
Oh, requesting 17,000 for Eagle Bay 24.
17, thanks.
That's Centennial Tower, start volume, but 22265, ready to go. Alpha, correction, north run-up area, run-up complete, and we have uniform.
Scout 22265, Centennial Tower, runway 17 left, taxi be out.
17 left, yeah, Alpha, 22265, thanks.
Scout 265, still tower, runway 17 left, clear for takeoff. Turn left, heading 120.
Left 120, clear for takeoff, Scout 22265.
And I didn't hear your response there. Which approach do you want to start with over front range?
Oh, roger, we'll use ILS 35, please.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, lights, the final looks
Eagle Bay 24, French.
Eagle Bay 24, ready to copy.
Eagle Bay 24,
looks good on the runway. We'll go ahead and check our
departure. Goodland transition
to
direct.
make sure that we're on the correct runway. Make sure that your compass matches what runway you're supposed to be on.
And squawk 5.
We're supposed to be 17, and assuming we can't see the numbers, we need to at least check our compass.
7 departure,
So we're clear for takeoff.
8,000, 17 and 10, departure is 128.45 and 5137 on the score.
Eagle Bay 24, request correct.
Eagle Bay 24, we're at taxi, ready to taxi with uniform.
Eagle Bay 24, roger, runway 17 left, taxi be out.
Alpha 17 left, Eagle Bay 24.
EagleMed is one of the medical helicopters that are located at Centennial Airport. So one big thing you're going to probably notice, and I promise you I'll work on getting that for you guys next time, I have a dash camera, but unfortunately I didn't quite set it up properly, so it never actually recorded any of the footage. So pretty much your only facing forward camera is coming from within the cockpit. It should be okay, but it's a little bit better sometimes to just see it straight off the dashboard. Anyway, enjoy, and sorry again.
I had the cabin air on, not the cabin.
Oh, that's why we're freaking. Oh, thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Already feels better. Thank you. Hey, 400 feet out of runway, we're ready to go. Heading 120 with our first vector. I'm gonna get us on 120, and then I'll ask you to take the plane, okay? Okay, heading 120, we need to climb to 8,000, your plane.
I would like controls.
Alpha controls, thank you.
So weird, B. Alright, speed.
Oh, I know, right?
Over departure, we'll see you on the way back.
What's the heading?
Call departure, thanks, 265. 120.
Eagle Bay 24, still tower, fly runway heading, runway 17 left, clear for takeoff.
Quick takeoff, 17 left, runway heading, Eagle Bay 24.
Let's turn this up. So you're gonna want to get to the right a little bit there for me.
Still so weird, like
Yeah.
I should.
Is it weird?
That feels super weird.
Over departure, Scott 2226, 6,600, climbing 8,000, heading 120.
Okay, 22265, Denver departure order, contact Denver altimeter 3018. 225, expect vectors ILS runway 35, approach front range.
Expect vectors ILS 35, thanks, 25.
Roger, flight 72, good night, Denver Center 132.22.
Sorry, you know what? I totally forgot. I'm supposed to be flying it.
Sorry.
Thank you very much.
I'm like all over the place because I'm
Oh,
not
you're
used to flying on the side. It feels so weird.
Oh, that is weird. Oh, I should have given you a thingy over here then.
I'm like trying to like.
Hey.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Is it working here?
Yeah, it's doing it. I'm doing it. I could use, I need altitude though.
Pretty cool.
There we go. Get up to there. And that's what I want. We'll let her climb.
Yeah, can we expect a short approach tonight for Frontier 131? Frontier 131, yeah, I'll be by name up, follow. Roger.
That is so cool.
Yeah, 1,000 foot checklist. That's it on both. We'll go ahead and keep our lights on for tonight. And engine in switch green. 1,000 foot checklist complete. And flaps are up. There's we're trying to verify that it is on altitude. And cruise will be trim set, power, landing light, and indicate. We can bring our landing light down.
US24, turn left direct. X10, join the good
Yeah, it's cool. Oh, that actually works? Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
And they expect you to use it. They're like, I mean, when you're actually doing the lessons, they don't want you to do it, but
Yeah.
in real life, it's all about that bad boy right there.
It keeps it on the heading and everything?
Oh yeah, right now I have it on the heading bug, but I can make it do my approach for me. I can just tell it to do that.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's what kind of traffic. We have traffic 1,000 feet above going that way behind us.
Yeah, 265, just imagine you have the current AWAS weather and NOTAMs for front range.
Roger, we'll get that now, 265.
Yeah, 265, traffic 080.
080, 265.
Trim in motion.
Thank you.
Trim in motion.
Come on, little guy. There you go, that's what Daddy wants.
Denver Front Range Airport.
There you go.
Automated weather observation 0745 Zulu weather. Wind 120 at 6. Visibility 10. Ceiling missing. Temperature 1 Celsius. Dew point -7. Altimeter 3020.
Frontier flight 131, traffic 260. Frontier 260, Frontier 131.
And 265 has the numbers over at front range.
Yeah, 265, thanks. Frontier flight 131, connect tower 133.3. 33.3, good day, Frontier 131.
265.
Sky 265, turn left heading 020, intercept runway 35, localizer.
020 to intercept 22265.
Denver departure, Delta 2488, 7.5, 10 pounds.
No, 2488, number departure, radar contact,
Thank you.
flying
Proceed,
level 230.
I'm at 230, Delta 2488.
Western Express 21,
Okay, we'll go ahead and vector now.
16,000, Western Express 21. Delta 8925, number approach, Canadian, expect visual approach, runway 16 left, and verify this information, Romeo.
Yeah, we've got information, Romeo, visual 16 left, Delta 8925. Approach Canadian, compass 15.
Vector 6 on approach course will be 352.
Romeo.
And I guess we're not going to do the procedure turn after all, so we'll go ahead and continue. 352 have to maintain 7,900 until established. And then once we get the glide slope, it'll come in here, that little diamond. We can descend as low as 5,712 feet. I've set the 5,720 on the alert here. And our best approach procedure will be straight ahead to 7,500, but I'm going to ask for a right turnout to catch the GPS T6. And our briefing is complete.
The 2488, clear direct X10.
Direct X10, Delta 2488.
Sky 265, 7 miles from Aries, maintain 8,000 until established on localizer, clear to runway 35, approach front range.
Maintain 8,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 35, Scott 5265, and we'll be doing a missed approach if you can to do the 26 GPS.
Sky 265, roger, on this approach, turn right to right turn heading 120, climb, maintain 8,000.
Okay, on missed approach, I'll turn right to 120 and climb maintain 8,000, 22265. And now watch our autopilot take on the navigation. Everything goes right. There she goes. Look at that. Like magic.
Hello, for compass 15.
What?
26, D17, 17,000.
717,000.
Medevac center wings 444, maintain 16,000.
Downrange, all 3 altimeters set. Check the barometer again.
16,000.
3018.
Wings 444.
And
Express 21, funding 120.
approach has been reviewed. Radials are now set. Traffic 20. 0.2.
21, thinking 12000.
Down to 12000, West Express 21. Say again, West Express 21.
Western Express 21, just maintain 1.
Seatbelt down, seatbelt on, lights are checked now, take lights, car seat gas, undercarriage mixture now properly for aircraft.
Denver Center 1.
Fuel is now, we'll keep it at that, set. Social cars, 60.
Climbing through about, or is it just going to keep it 8,000?
It's keeping it, it's going to bounce up and forth a little bit.
Up to 8925. That transmitter, we're not getting it very well. It's very weak.
It's taking some kind of aggressive turn to
Yeah, I'm using
keep us on the localizer because of the left crosswind that we're feeling here. Yeah, the left crosswind of 20 knots from 296.
2926, 219.
That's what that robot is telling us right there. And once we have to cut the 26. Once we take it Harris, I'll go ahead and disconnect the autopilot and make our final approach. Will be set, fuel will be set, fuel switch valve again on both. As I said, autopilot will then be off, seatbelts are on, and our approach speed will go to 90. And pre-landing checklist complete.
Very thorough.
Thank you.
Okay, 265, kind of, sorry, on that register is terminated, change to advisor, frequency approved.
Oh, okay, change to advisory 22265, can we keep the squawk for now?
It's going to 265, your instrument on that code, and change to advisor, frequency is approved.
Roger, we're contact advisory 22265. Front range traffic, Scott 22265. We're on the ILS runway 35 approach. We'll be missing at about just a little short of the runway. We'll be turning right to do the 26 front range. Just like going through what I'm about to do in my head, so I'm going to go to bottom of the white arc, 2000 RPM or so. I guess bottom of the green arc, excuse me. Once this hits the disconnect autopilot, I'll bring down first flaps and I'll give myself a full wheel with nose down trim. And then technically we'll start, it'll feel like we're dive bombing. It always does to me anyway, when I'm into these foggles, I always feel like I'm just like, ah. Again, I got 21 knot left crosswind, so I want to keep that crab in there to keep that in there. It looks like he had, like little Audi, the autopilot is keeping us on 4-3. Alright, I'm gonna power to the bottom of the arc. And autopilot disengaged, first flaps, and one full wheel nose down trim.
You're not landing, right?
Oh, this will be a missed approach, I'm sorry. Yeah. And you know what, let me call that in. Front range traffic, Scott 22265 now descending, 7,500. We're on a long final for the 35 right ILS front range, and we will be missed approach to the east, front range. A bit too much power too.
To turn the lights on here or no?
Oh yeah. It's a good thing, and especially since I wasn't looking at it, I wouldn't know that I'd like look up and I'm like, well, the fuck are my lights, but yeah.
How low do you get for Mr.
You
Perk?
can go down to 200, for the ILS it's 5,712 feet here. Actually, this little guy will yell at me and tell me when I'm getting what they call the minimums. traffic, Scott 22265 now, short final, runway 35 will be missing approach to the east, front range. You'll see how low they'll let us get. It's pretty amazing. 500 feet to go.
You would see the actual runway.
Yeah, should technically, you can start looking up whenever you want, but for practice approaches, you have to go down to the 5,712 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, of course, if you see something unsafe, you let me know, okay?
Yeah.
Alright, I've got 300 feet to go.
They're getting really low, huh?
Yeah, it should let you right down. That's why ILS is so precise. It lets you right into the freaking runway. It does almost everything but land it for you, really. I could already see the glow of the runway, so technically be pretty close. 59, 200 feet to go. And 80, 40 feet, 30 feet. Looking up. That I would make that if I had to, so that's perfect. This is a misapproach now. It's just a basic go around. And that's an ILS. Leading off the flaps, we'll start. This approach is straight ahead until we get our 400 feet, and the glide slope goes away, alright. And you just experienced that ILS, which is kind of cool.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, it gets you close. Now, it doesn't have to get you, if you fly it perfect, you'll come right up to the runway. Obviously, there's a little bit to the right, but as far as an examiner will be concerned, they'll be like, yeah, you can find that runway. There's no question you can find that runway in a class.
I learned a lot from watching this video. I definitely need to work on my cockpit chatter, and I feel like I need to adopt a form of sterile cockpit, like the airlines use during critical times in their flights. I didn't miss any radio calls so far as I could tell, but I don't want this bad habit to lead to that. Also, you might have noticed that Alyssa had to remind me to turn on the runway lights. Whoops. At this time of night, Front Range's tower closes. That leaves control of the airport lighting up to the pilots. I'm going to add a runway lights item to my final approach checklist. Now, what I do like from what I saw in my video is my use of checklists. I like to think that I'm good at checklist use, but it's nice to actually witness myself actually doing it. Also, I kept the glide slope and the localizer needles to within 2 degrees during the whole approach. Although you really couldn't see that very well, so I'll work on getting a camera on that screen for you next time. A huge thanks for Alyssa for being my safety pilot tonight. Also, a giant thank you again to the air traffic controllers who work at all hours of the night to keep us flying safely. And of course, a big thank you to you for watching this video, or any portion of it. Again, I'm not a flight instructor, and this video is only meant for my self-analysis and for your entertainment.